ask me questions.
Okay, could you please state your name?
My name is James Loewen.
And where are you from, James?
I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
And could you please tell us what you're doing here today?
Today I'm covering a protest of the American Academy of Pediatrics, specifically around their very terrible policies and the issue of genital mutilation of children.
And so for a change, we have you on the other side of the camera. So how has it been so far with the coverage? What have you witnessed here these last few days?
Your sign just blew. Oh, it's fine over there. It just blew over there. It's really interesting, Franny, because every time I come to these protests, I think, oh, here we go again. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of travel, it's a lot of money to get here. But every one of these protests is different and has different different events happen, different flavor to it. We get to meet different people, and today's been no exception. It's been very, very interesting. I've got some good interviews and some very provocative things happen, which I think will get people talking.
Can you give us a few examples of what has happened over this weekend?
Well, one of them was we saw Diekema, who's the so-called medical ethicist at the Seattle Children's Hospital. And Diekema was one of the authors of an attempt to bring back a form of female genital mutilation to America in 2010. He's very, very pro-genital cutting of children, and he basically avoids any kind of dialogue about this issue with those of us who are opposed. And when he saw my camera, he grabbed a hold of my monopod and tried to pull it to the ground. So, this is the setup that I used, and he just reached over here and grabbed this part and yanked as hard as he could.
Wow.
Well, fortunately, I've got it strapped onto myself, and it didn't go anywhere. But
did he hurt you?
No.
That's pretty scary.
I wasn't scared. In fact, I'm glad for it, because it really shows what this person is made of. He's not interested in dialogue. He's not interested in our position that all children have a right to their whole human body. He just wants to advance his particular enthusiasm for cutting the genitals of children.
So how did you feel at that moment if you weren't scared? Then...
Well, I was in a sense, I was very excited that he had appeared, because, we had heard in previous conferences he had actually arrived in disguise, or that he tries to enter and exit through back doors so that he doesn't have to be confronted by the protesters. So I was very excited to actually see him. I thought, well, this is an opportunity to speak with him and to get him on camera. But the vibe that I got from him was a very, very angry man.
Wow.
And a very arrogant man. So that's what's behind the AAP's circumcision policy. He's one of the masterminds behind it, I believe.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in particular that marked you with this weekend's protests?
Well, it's interesting watching always the doctors' responses or lack of responses, and some of them have been triggered when they see certain signage, and it triggers them to respond in one way or another. And I just got a great interview with the doctor who, again, very ignorant, very ill-informed, very opinionated. Not somebody I would want to be a doctor for my children if I had children. But I got a good interview with her, and I think it helps expose some of the hypocrisy here.
Great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, the best thing about these events is coming together with the other people, getting a chance to talk with the public, and finding out how much the public is on board with this issue already, and seeing the progress that we're making. And so, I'm always energized by coming to these events, and I'm always very glad that I came, even though I dragged my heels coming here.
Well, we are so glad that you did come and that you were on hand to witness and to document all of these events for us, because you do a fantastic and very professional job. So we hope that you keep coming for many events and many years. Thanks again, James, for all your excellent work.
Thank you, Franny. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.